I want to go over number 3 from 3.1. I looked at your solutions manual, and it makes it seem like you're learning Chinese. I don't know. It makes it much more complicated than it actually is, though I'm not suggesting it's not complicated. But I just want to go through the process for you, the steps, so you understand. Start out with the horizontal axis, with the x-axis, and we are going to look at the forces. Bear in mind that these two forces are in equilibrium. I should say 3 forces. They're in equilibrium. So we have 2 going in the positive direction, because what we're ultimately trying to do is determine what F and theta are. So those 2 forces going in the positive direction are going to be equal to this force going in the negative direction on the x-axis. And again, we're going horizontally, so I'm going to draw these triangles. To make it easier to see, those triangles are pretty ugly, so I think I'm going to erase that and fix it. So because we want this line, in relation to theta in 70 degrees, that side is adjacent. So we're going to use ca, or cosine. And I'm going to skip the step where we set it equal to a ratio. I'm just going to write the hypotenuse in front of Remember, these forces are in equilibrium. So that means that these 2 forces going in the positive direction are equal to the force going to the negative direction. Now we're going to talk about the y value, and we only have 2 forces to contend with y, with respect to the y-axis. And what we're wanting to find are those sides. So if you look at those sides in relation to the 70, the 70 is here, and theta is here. Those sides are opposites, so we're going to use sa, or sine, of an angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. We have our equation set up. We have some trig to do. So I'm going to solve for f, and I'm going to substitute, is what I feel is the easiest way to do it. Let's start out with the horizontal forces, and I'm going to, so meaning the red equation, and I'm going to subtract I'm going to subtract 6 cosine of 70, then I'm going to divide 6 cosine of theta, and I'll have f isolated. Okay, and next with the blue one, I'm just going to divide the sine of theta. Okay, now I'm going to substitute. So we know that f is equal to f, so now we can put our expressions in each side. Next step is cross multiplication. Theta over cosine theta is equal to tangent. And you get 62.4 degrees. And now to find f, you're just going to substitute it in to either equation. I like the blue one better. You're going to put 62.4 in for theta. There, and then you're just going to use a little calculator magic, and you're going to determine that is equal to 6.36 newtons.